Hello.
Thank you very much for joining us today, particularly because I2 is not actually a geospatial company.
None as such, you're quite right. In fact, this is our first time we've visited this exhibition. But we've recently entered into a collaboration with Esri, which we think is going to be really exciting, and it's that angle that we're bringing to the show.
So more importantly then, what do you do?
Well, I2 is an counterintelligence organisation, software applications. It's been in the field for a long time, is actually the lead provider of intelligence solutions. And what we really concentrate on is human social network analysis, the sort of thing which is now becoming big time in Afghanistan and counter-insurgency operations.
So this is different to human terrain analysis?
Absolutely, yes. Human terrain analysis is mapping where people are physically. Social network analysis is more the psychology and the social networking between them, but it's not Facebook.
This is going next.
No, it's not Facebook. This is really just looking at what are the tribal groupings, what's the family groupings, what are the professional groupings, and from that you can begin to sort out who are the players in any social world, who are the good guys, who are the bad guys, who are the strong links, who are the decision makers.
So I'm assuming there's quite a lot of challenges in pulling that data together and turning it into something that particularly is useful in a geospatial context.
Yeah.
What are they?
The biggest challenge is the sheer volume of data. We'll be collecting thousands of contacts, which only a software program such as what I2 has got can actually sort out and pick out the key factors we need. What we don't have as strongly is the terrain aspects of that. And where Esri and a lot of these other organisations in the geospatial area have been working in parallel has been developing the visualisation of terrain analysis. Put the two together and the product is greater than the sum of the two separate parts. And that's the trick we're trying to pull.
And how do you see, therefore, if you're working with this many companies, are you finding issues with standardisation?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is one of the biggest issues because the more we're going to open systems, the more sources we want to pull together, the more we need standardization.
And how are you seeing this reflected globally?
It just gets, it is a global problem. It's all over.
And then what are you doing then as a company to sort of resolve all this, if I may ask? The million-dollar question.
We don't miss any opportunities such as this, and I shall say it tomorrow when I'm talking, of just saying there is a need for standardization, but it's really governments rather than companies like us who have to mandate that.
And what would you say the future is then?
I think the future is going to be sector-led. I don't think governments understand the sort of technology that, certainly on the geo world, that you're producing. It needs the experts themselves to produce the solutions.
And how much of this do you think can come from, as someone who works with community data, the open-sourced world, the community world, how much of that, given the reliability issues you've got with that, can it really be useful in the, I suppose, professional context?
If by professional you mean the sort of context we use,
yes,
which is counter-terrorism, it's used extensively by police forces in the States and all police forces in the UK for tracking down the bad guys within society, and by extension that has become the sort of technique that we need for the operations amongst the people, which we're now doing in Afghanistan and so on. So the military are now getting that. It has huge application. The big change that's happened is that we've moved from kinetic warfare, which is all about where intelligence is about counting tanks and so on. Now this is war amongst the people, and we need to understand the human terrain in which we're working. But I do stress this is not human terrain analysis.
Absolutely, but it does seem that there's quite a strong interaction between the two.
There's a really good crossover there, which is precisely why we're teaming up with Esri to build this bond. They're really excited about it. We're excited about it. Everybody we've talked to today and said, look, we're proposing to do this, their reaction is, it's a no-brainer. We really got to do it. Can't think why it hasn't been done before.
Well, it's hopefully exactly where you're going to come in.
Indeed. Yeah.
And I wish you the best of luck. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much indeed.
Take care.